All right, y'all. Off the cuff, sorta. I got some notes in front of me. Episode 4. You unfollowed me? Let's get it. Okay, so about 80 people unfollowed me from the day of the election until yesterday, let's say. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I'm just going to rehash who I am. Probably going to talk about this periodically because I plan on getting tons and tons of new followers, new friends, new association, new customers, new business partners, all of that. Stephen Bales, that's my name, also known as the Bold Blasian on the Bales Show. You can also support me through shopping at the Bales Shop, and then the clothing brand coming back to a store near you or online, the Bales brand. I have a family descent, ethnicities of Black, Puerto Rican, Filipino, and Chinese. My mom's Black and Chinese, and my dad's Puerto Rican and Filipino. Okay, and that's just to keep it simple. I was raised in the Catholic Church. I went to Catholic school, then public school. Throughout college and throughout my entrepreneurial career, I decided to step away from the Catholic Church. I am born again Christian. I go to a non-denominational church. My political background went from being a Democrat to being a registered Republican at the age of 22. I specifically identify as conservative. So fast forward, I voted for Trump. I lost 80 people on my Instagram. Facebook, I don't really know. I didn't track it. I use Instagram more often, but I just don't understand why, okay? I also got some rude comments from people that don't really talk to me on a regular basis. People who I haven't talked to since I was in college. People who are childhood friends that, voiced up to me about, voting for Trump. People who I knew from high school parties, right? So I don't get it. I don't get it at all. The night of the election, I posted a picture and also a video. Like, I stood up all night to watch the election. I watched the PBD Patrick Bet-David podcast, and they had some special guests as well as the people who were on his show. And I was excited. I was excited watching that. Tons and tons of entrepreneurs and successful people in their own right at this event at their new headquarters in Florida, which I hope to be attending next year. Yeah, as soon as Trump won, I was excited. I put on this Trump hat. It's red and it says Trump in black letters. So anyway, here's the hat. This hat I got, right? And I got it for free. And they were giving this out on Niagara Falls Boulevard and Maple Road, where people be holding their American flags and got their loudspeaker and stuff. And there was a whole bunch of people that looked like they were either from India or Afghanistan or Bangladesh or Persian. I don't know what they were, but they were just giving out these hats. And I was like, yo, let me get one. Gave me 2. I kept one, gave another one to a buddy of mine. But so I threw the hat on, and I was pretty excited because the candidate that I voted for, the candidate that I support, won. So 4 years ago, the candidate that I voted for did not win. No big deal. I had a victory shirt to wear 4 years ago. I didn't wear it. It said Trump 2020. I never wore it. Whatever. Life goes on. We have wins and we have losses in life. We have things that we bet on mentally, maybe even physically. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right? So whatever. My candidate won, right? But yeah, so then I posted my opinion on who I voted for. And I think that's normal. Like, we're given a choice to vote for this person or this person. And quite honestly, there should be more, but we have a choice. I got rude and sarcastic messages from people that I guess did not agree with my vote. So they don't know what I'm thinking. They don't know what I feel. They don't know why I voted for what I did vote for. They don't know anything. So they just assume based off of who I voted for and the hat that I'm a bad person. Cool. What is the logic behind unfollowing me because I voted for Donald J. Trump? Okay. Why? Because he is a so-called felon. Why? Because he is a so-called rapist. Why? Because he is a so-called racist. Where are you getting your information? Is it the news? Is the news that you're watching and listening to unbiased, or is it biased? Is the news that you're watching left-leaning, far left leaning, middle ground, neutral, unbiased, right, far right, extremists. Or my favorite category, are you listening to independent journalists with different perspectives? That's my favorite. But most people I know that voted for Kamala Harris or are Democrat or liberal or progressive or whatever you want to be, most of them are listening to news media outlets that are owned by the Democratic Party members. Most people watch CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, the Washington Post. Republicans watch Fox. What else? So you got Fox, but then you got all these other news stations saturating the market with their perspective, right? So that I think there's OAN is another one. But how about this? How about you just jump off the negative news media train and actually start doing homework for yourself? What does homework look like for yourself? Homework to me, since I was 22, I started watching speeches, right? I would watch speeches from start to finish. I would stop listening to all the sound bites, all the little clips that social media put up or the news put up, and they dissect what this little piece means for you. How about instead of letting the news or someone decipher what something means to you or for you, how about you go and watch the full interview, the whole thing yourself? How about you go make your own analysis, create your own perspective and opinion, right? I think that's the number one thing that we can all do. Yeah, we're busy. So what? We're all busy. Some people have kids. Some people have multiple kids. They have a wife, a husband. They have family members they take care of. They have a full-time job. They have a business. They have side gigs. They have hobbies, whatever, right? We all have life. If you truly believe in the American dream, or truly believe this is the greatest country, or truly believe that there's opportunity to be had in this country, and you want to be a participant in that, and you actually think that who we vote for and who's our politicians and who's running our cities, towns, who's actually doing these things, that it matters, then you should go out and vote. Have you taken the time? Now, these are presidential candidates, and if you care so much and you're going to get your emotions so caught into it, my question is this: have you ever read any of his books? Have you just picked it up off the shelf in Barnes & Nobles, opened it up, and just read maybe a chapter while you're standing there? Have you read articles about Donald J. Trump from the past until now? Have you read or seeked out the list of accomplishments by that man, and also the things that he's known for that aren't so good? Have you took time to compare the two? I did. I'm not going to go over all of that with you, but hey, same thing. Kamala Harris, right? Let me just say this. All right. What has she done in the last 4 years? Because she just came out of office, right? What has she done in the last 4 years that makes you want to vote for her again? What has she promised and delivered? And what has she promised and not delivered? And how has those things affected your country, your state, your city, your community, and your home? I think those are important, okay? Was I supposed to vote for her just because of my skin tone and my eyes? Am I supposed to vote for her because I'm Black, Puerto Rican, Filipino, Chinese? Am I supposed to vote for her just because she's a woman of color? Does that make any sense, that you should actually cast your vote for the President of the United States of America based off of skin color? This was a big one. Was I supposed to vote for her because of gay and LGBTQ plus whatever it is? Am I supposed to vote for her because of that? That would make no sense for me because I'm not gay, never was gay, never thought to be gay. I went to school for fashion, so I was surrounded by the gay community throughout high school and throughout college. Fashion Industries High School and then Buffalo State College, okay? And not to mention anyone that I would meet in the industry. I was never someone who said that I couldn't be cool with you. I could never talk to you. I just wanted a level of respect, right? But when it comes to voting, yeah, you guys should vote for what you believe is true to you and your life and your lifestyle. I'm going to vote for what I believe is true for myself, my future family, my future kids, and the legacy I want to have in my family. The things that matter to me, which are being a God-fearing Christian, right? Following the teachings of Jesus Christ as closely as I could, because I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. We live in a fallen world and we are broken people, okay? But then also morality and standards. Now, you might have a different compass when it comes to moral compass. You might have a different compass when it comes to standards of living, sexual preference. That's fine. I shouldn't be judged, name called, criticized because I choose to look at things differently through a different lens. That's why we live in America, right? Because we live in America so that you can have the freedom to do as you please and vote as you please, live how you please. Because I know there are many other countries out there that they wouldn't even allow this, and our country does allow it, and you have the freedom, and no one is going to attack you for it. Now, do things happen? Yes, but we're talking about voting, okay? We're talking about voting. Can't control the behavior of specific individuals, can't control people who actually have hate in their heart. I can't control people who discriminate. I can't control people who are racist. Those things exist, but I would say America is a very, very open and optimistic country. So you guys need to be open and optimistic that we might not think alike as well. It is what it is. Am I supposed to vote for a woman or even Biden or Harris that allowed people in America, I don't care if you're a citizen or an immigrant or a legal immigrant, I don't care. Should I vote for someone who allows and doesn't discipline people who burn the American flag? Now, some people be like, oh, well, they've done that forever. People have done that forever. Well, cool. I'm glad you're okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I think that's something that needs to be addressed. I think that's very anti-American. I think that's very, first of all, death to America, right? You're burning the flag. And that line has been said tons and tons of times throughout terrorist groups for like decades now, right? And so I think if we just allow these things to perpetuate, okay, they can only get worse. Was I supposed to vote for a woman who lied about her ethnicity, who flipped the switch on us? One day she's Indian, one day she's black. For someone who actually made a book and put pictures in there of friends and family that I don't think were actually her friends and family. Candace Owens did a deep dive into her life, and Candace Owens is pretty big in the independent journalist world. So the fact that no one on the Kamala Harris team, Biden team, came to address and say, hey, whatever Candace Owens is revealing is not true, that was a big red flag to me, because whenever Trump was accused of doing something wrong or wrongly accused of something, he was either in court or on X or on a platform or rally talking about his truth. Kamala Harris never came out and told her truth. It was always some cackling laugh and just trying to change the topic. For me, being part black and not looking black at all, if you just look at me in my face, like, you're not gonna be like, oh, that kid's black. You're gonna be like, he's Asian. Someone like that to lie on her heritage, to never bring her family into the picture politically, like her family's nowhere to be seen. I mean, Trump got elected and his whole family's on stage. You know, through the whole campaign, Trump's family's involved. Like, where's Kamala Harris's family, right? Where are these people? Where is the support? Okay, where's the local support? Where's the hometown support? I mean, is she American? Is she from India, born there? Is she born in California? Is she, Canada? Like, what's her life about, right? Same thing from Obama, by the way. Do your research. I had no respect for her in that regard either. Her husband, I don't even know his name, but I heard her husband has a very interesting background. Has to do with abusive relationships in his past, has to do with sleeping around with the nanny, having a kid, covering it up. The fact that him and Kamala Harris don't even have kids, the fact that I've never even seen them affectionate in one video, photo. Like, you might prove me wrong after this video and say, hey, Steve, check this out. Cool. Well, I never Googled them, but when I watched her at her rallies and I watched her in her interviews and I watched them on the debate stage, and I see their behavior towards each other, I'm like, okay, so they're roommates. They're not married. They're not like a real married couple. They're not an example of what we want our future kids to see what a couple looks like. Is that what we're looking at? What's going on here, right? And hey, how about this? Long story short, why not have a respectful adult conversation with me about my views, about how I live my life, about why I voted for Donald J. Trump and not Kamala Harris, rather than commenting on my posts, trying to be sarcastic, condescending, disrespectful, rude, right? I mean, I'm looking in this camera right now. Like, if you know me, have I ever come at a character to you? Have I ever tried to disrespect you and make fun of you? What gives you the right to do that to me? Just because we don't agree with the person we voted for as the next president, so you get out of character? The people that are trying to talk about me behind my back, people who are disconnecting themselves from me. Obviously, they can't see it because they disconnected themselves from me, unfortunately. And the toughest relationships are probably the relationships we need in life. So good luck and prayers to all those people running from a tough conversation and realizing the truth. Y'all got time to judge me on who I voted for, but when's the last time you reached out to me to pray about the things I need prayed about in my life? I'm 39. I could probably count on one hand or two hands about the people who have told me they're going to keep me in their prayers and meaningfully do it. Have you took the time to to get to know me as a person. So you know me since high school or grade school or college or from past jobs, or you follow me just because of my fashion show. Well, newsflash, I haven't done anything fashion related for like 7-8 years. So what are you following me for? What is social media to you? Have you personally said happy birthday to me? I mean, in the secular world, birthdays are like everything, right? Well, I'm gonna be 40 next July 1st. So look forward to getting some phone calls and texts, right? That's an easy way to show people you care. Have you supported any of my businesses? The last time I checked, my business sells everything household. So if you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth, you floss, you mouthwash, I sell those products. If you wash your face, you put toner, moisturizer, I sell those products. If you wash your hair, you condition it, and then you put some hair cream in it, I sell those products. Those are 9 products that I can probably say that over 7,000 people in my network have not tried yet. And I've had a home-based business for over 15 years. Just saying, that's just surface level products. You know, some people tell me, oh, I have a favorite skincare. Oh, I have a favorite, laundry detergent. Oh, I have this, I have that. Well, did you even try mine? Do you know who owns Target? Do you know who owns Walmart? Do you know who owns Wegmans? Do you even know the names of those people? Do they know your name? How much money they make off of you shopping there? Do you know how much they pay their employees and if it's a livable wage? Do they know your dreams and goals? Are they helping you try to accomplish your dreams and goals? Are they praying for you? Do you know if they actually put that product on the shelf because it's the best thing for your life and your health? Or is it just so that they can make a profit off you based off of what you think you need or you think you like? How about engage in a conversation with me? And I'm not even just talking about me. I hope that a lot of people who watch this, whether it be on YouTube, Rumble, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, I hope you can put yourself in my shoes, because a lot of people I know have experienced exactly what I'm going through, and I just want to be a light in the midst of darkness, because there are a lot of people who voted for Trump. There are a lot of people who are conservative. There's a lot of people who are Republican, and all I'm going to say is that do not be ashamed. Be willing to speak up to your friends and family. Be willing to be honest with yourself. Be proud of yourself. Be okay with those decisions. And hey, ask for the conversation. So I'm asking for the conversation, respectful conversations. Because I had people come at me, sending me all these messages. I mean, someone said, I'm spreading Russian propaganda. That's the first message they sent to me. Like, bro, where's the respect, right? And if you can't come correct them, we don't have to have a conversation. You can never get your time back. Like, for me to actually be doing this podcast, and after 2.5 years of contemplating it, I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. Because there's so many people I meet out in the world that they're afraid to speak up. With my ethnic background and my spiritual background and my entrepreneurial spirit and my drive to actually be a great husband and a great father one day, and also be a great brother, a great son, a great nephew. Time to speak up. This is episode 4. I'm looking to take this to episode 500, right, or more. I'm looking to do group discussions. I'm looking to have, panel discussions. I got the couch set up. I got the desk set up. We can do this on, Zoom. We can do this on Instagram Live. We can do it on TikTok Live. We can do whatever. I'm looking to have more conversations with people. I'm looking to put aside the jealousy, put aside the hate, put aside the name calling, put aside the sarcasm, put aside the disrespect. Put all that aside, and let's have real conversations about things that matter in life. So anyway, hope you guys have a blessed Thanksgiving weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.